head thing. I'm new. Who is this? Child, please. Since we're all new here, this is Self-Care Sundays with me, Tantric. Ari cracking watermelon, Tantric. I'm crying. You guys, Self-Care Sundays has started. Thank you. Anyways, welcome to Self-Care Sundays. I'm super excited. We have two amazing guests today. So we're going to get started right away because we have a lot to get through. Today we will be talking about hormones. Yay! We're going to be getting into that. We're going to be talking about why, how to help yourself, how to make yourself feel better. We all deal with it. And the thing about it, again, just like self-care, just like facials, just like anything, a lot of people associate self-care and hormones as a woman problem. And that's not true. As both men and women, we definitely deal with hormone issues and balancing our hormones. That is the most important thing as we become adults, is to make sure that our hormones are balanced, okay? So we're gonna be talking about that. We're gonna talk about the different types of hormones that need to be balanced, and we're going to talk about why and how it affects you if you don't get them balanced. So I am super excited for my two guests today. We have my bestie, Jasmine Got Options, and we also have Kraken as one of our guests today. And so I'm super excited to talk to both of them and see what's going on. Again, this is Self-Care Sundays with me. Shout out to everybody who's coming in, who is gifting, who is just being a part of the show. I really appreciate you every single Sunday coming in here and hanging out with me and getting into these facials and getting into taking care of yourself. It's really important. So before I let my guests in, I'm going to be telling you what I'm going to be doing today specifically is just a refresher. I've been doing a lot of facials, obviously a lot lately. So sometimes sometimes you go a little harder depending on what your face is looking like, and sometimes you take it a little easy on your face depending on what your face is looking like. So today we're going to keep it very simple. I'm going to wash my face. I have been partying, so I'm just going to wash my face with a new face cleanser I'm trying out. It's a turmeric and honey renewal face cleanser. I've actually used it a couple of times. I really like it. It is a gentle cleanse and it helps smooth and soften your skin. It has turmeric honey, which is always good, right? And so I'm going to wash my face with that, and then I'm going to use my triple enzyme 2-minute reveal mask. And I'm going to be using that. I'm going to resurface my face with my ultrasonic what is the word? My ultrasonic face skin scrubber. So it's going to get in there and get that, first layer of debris out. And then I will be doing a hydration mask just to keep up with this shine, you guys. I'm loving the shine lately. This hydration masks have been a godsend. So we're going to be doing another Vogue Now jelly hydration mask. So I'm super excited. It's lavender. It helps with inflammation, wrinkles, and eczema. So it's going to be really light today as we talk to our guests. And then obviously, we'll be going through it. Also, we will be talking about hormones. So why hormones? Hormones are the epicenter of what makes us human, what makes us men, what makes us women. Why do we need to balance our hormones? We need to balance our hormones because they affect us, right? They cause a lot of problems that we don't realize that they do, right? For women, the number one issue if you have unbalanced hormones is not being able to have children. And a lot of times you don't realize that until it's time to have kids and you can't. So it's very important to make sure that as you're leaving your 20s, heading into your 30s, that you make sure that your hormones are balanced. by what are hormones exactly? So you have every human, man or woman, has testosterone, estrogen, and progesterone, right? We also have our thyroid hormone. So make sure that all four of these hormones are balanced properly so that you can grow as a human, whether you are, again, man or female. Women can have too much testosterone, which is definitely geared towards more men. Men can have too little testosterone. These things cause side effects. If a woman has too much testosterone, she's unable to have children. If a man has too little testosterone, typically leads to erectile dysfunction. So this is how things like this affect us as humans, and then also can make us extremely emotional. So if your hormones are imbalanced and you're going through a depression, a lot of times it's the hormones that need balancing that will then eventually get your mind. I'm telling you, it's the epicenter of what makes us human. So if you don't balance them, it's going to be a problem. Now, how do you balance them? You have to go get tested. You have to go get your hormones tested. You need to see where your levels are. This is extremely important. Everybody by the age of 25 to 30 should have a kind of an idea where their hormone levels are and where they need to be, right? So you go get them tested. You usually have to go get them like labs done. Once you get the labs, the doctor will tell you where your levels are, where your hormones are, testosterone, progesterone, and estrogen levels. And then you have to make sure to tell him and specify that you want to test for your thyroid too. So once you get that all done, then you feel significantly better. You feel healthier and more vital, and have more energy to do things. Now, melatonin is another hormone because it provides sleep, which is obviously, again, very essential for healthy growth. Another thing that you could do. So you could have just told me to turn my guest audio off. Another thing you could do too is to supplement. If you are not ready, because it is expensive, right? So if you're not ready to go get your hormones tested, another thing you do is supplement. They do have supplements. Again, supplements, not medicine, not medication, but you can take progesterone supplements. They have thyroid supplements, but these are definitely supplements you want to take once you do get your hormones balanced, so you're not overdoing anything, right? Because if you have too high testosterone, you're definitely going to want to bring that down, or raise up your estrogen, raise up your progesterone. So these are things that you need to definitely talk to with your doctor and make sure you fix, because I was having a very in-depth conversation with somebody about PCOS, and they couldn't understand what I was saying. So I felt like this was very important to talk about today, because I think a lot of people know these issues, but they don't know how to solve these issues. So again, getting your hormones balanced are really, really important. I am going to start my facial treatment, so I have enough time to get through all of it. I am going to invite my first guest to the box. Again, this is Self-Care Sundays with me, Tantwix. I have the amazing Jasmine Got Options as my guest today, as well as Kraken. I'm super excited. Either one of you is more than whoever's ready to go first can request the box. I will start my procedure. I will start my regimen. Again, I'm going to be washing my face. Like I always say, use a silicone scrubber. I have my silicone scrubber right here. And how to clean it. So I haven't used it yet today, right? So what do I do to clean my silicone scrubber? I use a little bit of baking soda, right? And hot water to make sure that all of the residue from the last time I used it is gone, and any kind of debris that's been transferred onto it is also removed. So sprinkle a little bit of baking soda onto the scrubber, making sure that my hot water, you can also use hydrogen peroxide if you want to be that person, but you don't have to. So hot water and baking soda will definitely cleanse the silicone scrubber. So I'm going to be cleaning this as I introduce the first guest.
Hi.
Hi, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the favor. You guys, shout out to
So,
everybody coming in, shout out to the guests. Well, hello, Miss Options. How are you?
oh shit. Sorry.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you
All right.
comfortable? We can do this.
So,
Shout out to you. Are you outside?
yeah. So today, my self care is mental health.
Okay.
So that's why I came outside because this is what I do to like take the stress away. I go for
Okay.
walks. I like nice little views, and that's what clears my mind. So I was like, you know what? I'll do something different because self care is not only taking care of the physical; it's the mental too. And people forget stuff like that.
Absolutely. It's so amazing. I had no idea you were going to talk about this. So it ties into exactly what I was talking about um, hormones and making sure that capabilities are in order and in check. So what about going to the park and walking puts you in a space that helps with your mental
For the most part, I just love the scenic view. Like I'm from the city, so we don't get a lot of that. We don't get a lot of trees, too many trees, quietness. The sereneness of it all just puts me in a mental state that really calms me. Cause like for me, like growing up, when I wanted to clear my head, I went upstate. But I don't go upstate as much anymore. So definitely going to the park is a quicker way for me to get that
Okay,
same.
so I mean, so what about so do you meditate when you go to the park? Like what do you do? Do you just take a moment? How does the
I definitely do meditate, and meditating is not only like close. It's not like closing your eyes and going. It's like it's a form of stillness. So I can stand up, sit down, whatever I'm doing, as long as I find stillness and I stop thinking of everything. So I do have a mantra, and my mantra is
oh,
rum. So I go rum.
interesting. I love that. I
And
love that.
I learned this from the book from Russell Simmons. It's called Super Rich.
Uh-huh.
And he taught me about like mantras and finding your stillness in that book. And ever since then, I've kind of been doing that for like 10 years now.
So
And
how
that really,
often? So every day, or you find specific days during the week to
I try to do it at least twice a week. At
interesting. And
minimum.
how have you feel like it's changed your life?
I feel like it releases a lot of anger that I have.
Mm, interesting. When you feel yourself getting stressed, do you go specifically to go for a walk? Is that like now how you like lower
Definitely, definitely. I
and
think like people don't realize. I know a lot of people take medication for things and to each his own, but I really feel like going outside, being in the sun, getting the natural air is what really helps you. Because imagine sitting home all day, stressed out. You can talk to how many people you want to. But at the end of the day, you're still gonna be in that room. You're still gonna be feel unsafe. So getting outside really definitely does that for me.
awesome, awesome. So when you go outside and you meditate, what what um what immediate feelings overcome you?
I feel like a real sense of like right now, like I was kind of nervous that I don't do these shows,
I
but
know
like
you.
really sitting out, no, really sitting out here, like you can tell I'm really calm right now.
Okay. So what? Okay, so besides meditating, going for walks and stuff like that, what else do you do to kind of bring yourself peace? Actually, I know something you definitely do, which is take baths, and which is what I do. I'm a
Definitely,
really, but I've never met anyone who takes baths as much as you do.
I
But I know that
definitely
that's
take,
definitely like your safe
I
space.
definitely take a bath at least 5 times a week. That's definitely my other soothing spot.
Interesting. And how do you feel, honestly? I've always wanted to ask, but how do you feel when you're in the bath? Like, what does that do for you?
Well, the instant release, like I basically make the water boiling hot. Like I want to fry up like a chicken. That's how hot I make the water. So when I get in, and see, you feel good about that.
I'm crying.
So as soon as I get in, it's just like a aha moment for me.
Aha. Okay. Okay. We love a good aha moment. Make sure that we all have an aha moment at least once a week. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Okay. So, why would you suggest someone get into taking baths? Like, why would you suggest someone get into like meditation and taking baths and like because you said it helps with your anger, but like why? How would you sell someone on your form of like self care?
Sell someone definitely for like taking walks. It's a natural thing. It's free to do. You don't have to spend any money to do it.
We
All
love a
you got
good
to
way.
do is take your two legs, your feet. If you roll, you can roll. You can roll outside. Everybody can get outside. It's healthy.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, if you're 6 feet and you can't fit in a tub, then friend, come outside. Come to Central Park.
Asking for a friend.
Come to
That's
Central
it.
Park.
That's pretty it. That's not instant. I cannot.
Come to Central
Oh
Park.
my goodness. I knew this was gonna be hilarious. I'm crying. Okay, so I love it. You know what? Honestly, there's nothing like sunshine. There's nothing like feeling sun on your face and getting outside and just, getting some fresh air and getting, slowing the brain down.
Definitely.
So I totally, and you're right. There is nothing beats free. I mean, you go to a therapy session, that's at least $200 a session. So there's nothing that
You
beats,
don't need
you know.
anybody to do this with. You can read a book. You can do whatever you like. If you're little frail skin, you can tan. People are outside tanning right now. Today's are the days.
Today's the days. It's summertime, baby. If you're not outside, what are you doing?
Definitely. And I plan on being outside a lot this summer.
Me
Not
too.
even just like partying wise, just enjoying
Outside,
it,
right?
enjoying the weather.
I think that COVID really hermetized a lot of people, including myself. And so, like, and it's funny, ever since my accident, I feel safer at home, if that makes any sense. But I
Yeah.
think, like, for some reason this year, I'm definitely feeling the get outside, energy.
Right, because imagine you just stayed home. You wouldn't really grow.
Right, right. So, anyways, if you guys are just coming in right now, this is Self Care Sundays with me, tantwix. This is my first guest. She is telling us, Jasmine got options. She's telling us about her self care and what she does. What I'm doing right now, I wash my face. I am doing a 2-minute reveal with one of my favorite masks by Definage, and I'm going to take my ultrasonic scrubber and I'm just going to scrape off the mask with it so that it takes off the at least first layer of dermis along with it, leaving fresh
So,
skin. And then we're going to be doing a mask, the dead skin
so does it
exactly.
vibrate as you put it on your face?
It vibrates, yes. Can you hear it?
Not really.
Okay, so it's vibrating right now, and then
I hear it.
so it removes like the first layer of, yeah. This is amazing. I love this. I love this tool. It's one of my favorite tools. Yeah, it came with my steamer, so I love it. It's from Vogue now, you guys. It's gonna be on my
I do love
I
this
am
too.
working on my Amazon storefront. Once it's up, I will post and I'll let you know. It will definitely be up by next week's Self Care Sunday show. So I promise. I know I've been working on it, but
Okay, Thomas.
all of these products that I use will be on my Amazon storefront, so you guys can go check it out and purchase if you feel necessary. So
So can I
anyway,
ask you a question? What's the difference between that and a washcloth?
so a washcloth only washes the surface area. The washcloth washes the surface of the skin. This removes the first layer of skin, of dead skin. Not live skin, dead skin. So, when we use makeup products, when we use anything like that, right? It causes our skin to die, right? And so, but just because our skin is dead doesn't mean that it will still, like, dead skin will still sit on your face, right? So I don't know if you could see. Now you saw me wash my face. This is skin basically on here. You know what I'm saying? It causes the skin to die, but the skin still stays on our face. So what this does is just basically takes that extra step. It's basically a deep pore cleaner. That's what this is. So it takes all of the debris that the washcloth didn't take out, and it leaves me with renewed skin. Does it work for men? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Definitely works for men with beards. It works for anyone. Like I said, these products are not just for women. Women buy them, and it's funny. Women buy them, men end up using them more. I promise you, it's crazy. Like, and it feels good. Like, I don't know if you've ever gotten a facial and then you feel your skin afterwards. It feels like a brand new baby bottom. If your skin does not feel like a brand new baby bottom after you get a facial, you didn't get a facial. I promise you. So that's what this tool does. I mean, what else do you like to do in order to relax or bring down your vibrations, excuse me, higher your vibrations?
Higher my vibrations. I like
Yeah,
to
seafood. You know what? Honestly, if food,
honestly,
listen,
no,
food can
seriously,
be, food can be a self care.
not
It
even
really
that.
can, as
Just
long as you don't
like,
addict, as long as it doesn't become an addiction.
right. Honestly, like cooking. Like I really, for the past 2 months, I've been cooking so much, and it's really been liberating for me. Like
Why?
I felt so stuck. Like, oh my god, because I live by because I'm one person, I have to go buy food out. Because if I go buy a whole grocery list, I'm gonna end up wasting my food. And then I did a lot of research, and I started proportioning my stuff. And once I got myself organized, it like put me in a routine. So it's like now, like I love the routine of like now every day I have to have dinner at like 6:30 to 7 o'clock the latest.
Instead of door dashing at like 10 o'clock at night.
Exactly, and then going to sleep on a full stomach.
Awesome. That's awesome. I love that. I
So
love that.
like,
Someone mentioned that you like to, huh?
I said it works better for health reasons as well too.
That's awesome. Yeah, honestly, yeah, well, you know me, I always talk about intermittent fasting and not eating past a certain amount at a certain time. Again, it has to it all affects your mental. All of this type of stuff affects your mental. Someone
Definitely,
in the comments said that you like to paint.
I do. I
Is
was
that
actually just. What's funny was I was actually just painting before I left. I would kind
oh
of want to
wow.
share that, but
Oh, so this is a real self care Sunday.
definitely I do a lot. Shout out to that person because I'm so used to it, so I don't feel like it's like something that's different because I've been painting since I was like what 10.
Mhm.
So I didn't realize how therapeutic it is for me.
Right. So when you're stressed out, what would you think your first go-to release would be?
Hmm. Taking a bath because it's the easiest thing.
Interesting. Okay.
I
Interesting.
say taking a walk comes second,
Mhm.
and then painting comes last.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, I
Um.
just
Go ahead.
no, I just started painting back again in when I moved actually. That's when I got inspired. I saw a lot of it was like looking at blank walls is like a whole canvas to me. So I was
Oh, I
looking
love
around and
that.
I'm like, okay,
I
what
love
can I
that.
do?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm super proud of you guys. This is really a blessing. Honestly, I just want to say this. Jazzy does not show face typically on this app, nor does she do shows. And she has decided to bless me with not only her beautiful face, but also an appearance on my show. So I'm very, 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 very happy, excited, and truly, truly appreciative of you deciding to be a guest on my show, hopefully featured soon. So, is there anything else or any other hacks you want to tell before we let you go today?
mm, no,
No, that's it. Is
that's
there any kind of skincare routine that you would like to share?
it.
No, You wash your face like a man, like the rest of these. The rest of these.
I use apricot scrub. I just use apricot scrub. I wash it off with a washcloth. I put on face serum. I don't have this name of the serum right now, so I can't really think.
It's okay.
And then I call it a day. I came like barefaced mainly because it's like that's what I do. I don't be outside every day with makeup on and walking around. Like I like to have a bare face. I like to feel fresh. I like to be able to rub my skin.
Right.
So
I
definitely.
love a good bare face. That's part of the reason why I strongly suggest on doing face masks and taking care of your skin, drinking plenty of water. Jazzy drinks a lot of water, guys. You will always see Jazzy with some water in her hand. So definitely getting out. So I love that. I love that. Getting out, getting some sun, calming the spirit, calming the soul, right? Raising the vibrations is an amazing way to self-care Sunday, guys. Making sure that your mental is in check almost is more important than making sure that the physical is in check, for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining
It was a pleasure.
my stream. I'm beyond. Honestly, this was amazing. Thank you so much. You can exit
Bye.
yourself now. Bye. Bye, bestie. I'm next. No. So, you guys, if you're just pulling in, this is Self-Care Sundays with me, Tantwix. We just had the amazing Jasmine Got Options. Pretty please. Tell us how she likes to self-care her Sundays. The slap is crazy. We have our next guest. I'm super, super excited to invite her in the box. If you are ready, there you are. Oh my gosh. That was amazing. Thank you so much, Jazzy, for joining. I appreciate that. So we just, hi. Oh my gosh. So I am so sorry. I was calling you Kraken this whole time, and that is not
Kraken. I had an auction yesterday, so I have a name change for 3 days.
Oh,
so.
okay. Because I was
Yes.
like, wait, I thought it was Kraken, and then I saw you in the box, and I'm like, it's not Kraken. I did it again. Oh, no.
No, it is definitely Kraken, but yeah, you do these auctions, you have name changes, and at least Rainbow was nice enough to give me a good name for 3
Good,
days.
I know, because if you came in as Rainbow's space seat, I would have been like, listen.
Right? Been like, you need to change your name before you get in my box, girl.
I know, I'm not saying that. This is trying to be featured, okay? So how are you, darling? How are you? You look gorgeous.
Good. I'm good. It's I'm probably a little behind you here in Texas. So the weather's been nice. It's sunny. I noticed Jazzy was outside and she was enjoying it. And I'm actually, you guys would be jealous. I am looking out my window at the guys playing golf, doing their self-care Sunday, having fun. So
There you go.
I feel like
you might want to go join them. You might want to go join them. Yeah, I love that. I really do.
I'm single. I like the guys in my stream know. I'm like, y'all hang on a minute.
There's the rich men's is outside, okay?
That's a different kind of self-care, right?
I'm a rich man, okay? I'm sad. Okay, so what do you look amazing? So I know that you definitely take care of yourself. So what do you do to take care of yourself and stay so beautiful?
So I first want to say that you're talking about being in your 30s and 40s, and those years were fun. I am in my 50s. Nobody believes that, but
you look
I am.
amazing.
I
No
am.
offense, because your people tend to age, yeah.
Yes.
Kinda
Yes.
iffy.
And
And
it's
so
funny
you
'cause
look amazing. Like you
Thank
really,
you.
really do.
I go out with a lot of my girlfriends from high school. Like we still go out and do stuff, and everybody's like, "So you must be the youngest one," and I'm like, "No."
Becky,
I look
I'm
better.
the oldest.
Like there's a lot of water. There's a lot of water in Kraken's refrigerator. I take care of myself. I'm lucky to have good skin from the family.
She was
but
joking about the crack guys.
I said Kraken's refrigerator.
Oh, Krakens. Oh, okay. I was like, hold on.
No, we don't do that. We don't do that. That's not good for you. But no, I do. I have just a simple routine that I've had my entire life, and I'm afraid to change it because you don't fix what's not broken sometimes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But I have been my daughter's 14. I've been a huge firm believer in making sure that you've always got some kind of moisturizer on your face and some kind of eye cream.
Mm-hmm.
You notice I got my little bags going on today because I went out last night, but I have no crow's feet. And a lot of that is making sure that you're hydrating and you're taking care of your skin. You're putting eye cream on. The other thing that I always tell people, sunglasses when you're outside. Mine is a, what is the brand I'm using right now? I do a hydrolonic acid, and then I do, it's a caffeine based, I just got it from Amazon. I can't think of the brand. I'd have to go get it. But I've been doing a caffeine one here lately, and I really needed it today after being out late last night. But it's been pretty good for me.
Awesome. So you wash your face every day? How often do you do like a skincare routine?
I do in the morning. I do some hot water. I take off my makeup before I go to bed. Last week, everybody in my stream got the bonus of seeing me with no makeup on 2 nights in a row because I just didn't care like putting it on. But I still will get up and, you know, wash my face, put some hot water on it. I still do the same skincare routine of a moisturizer, the hyaluronic acid. I do the eye cream, I do the caffeine, and then I just let my skin kind of air out. One of the things that I also like to do when I'm outside is always wear sunglasses because you're not squinting, which helps with a lot of this as well.
That's really, I never thought about that. So you think that you think squinting causes crow's feet?
Yeah, it can help cause it because you're always like, I mean, you think about it, it's like
oh
smokers
yeah,
always
you're
have the rings
frown
around their
line. Well, we
lips.
do have a doctor in the chat, so I'm gonna have to verify with the doc.
Yes, yes. I'm like, I've always worn sunglasses, and I've always, you know, you always want to protect your eyes anyway. Always, always.
Thank you, doctor. So okay, cool. So I never thought about that. I squint a lot, so that's definitely going to be something I have to work on. It's so funny because when I do, oh my gosh, my face is frowning. Yay!
This is from 4 Kids. That's from 4 Kids right there. I can't.
I think the mask I just did is like literally stopping my face from frowning. I love that. I didn't know that.
I need that mask. I need that mask thing.
I got you. But my mom always will tell me fix your face because like, not because like, you know, I'm pouting, but because like it causes lines, like that little the little school rhyme, you know, if you make your face like that, it'll get stuck like that. It really does. It's really true. Like keep doing that, it'll get stuck like that, and now you can't get rid of it. So so what else do you do? So water, eye cream, moisturizer, what else?
Good. Eat better, take vitamins. You know, my age, you got to take more vitamins. You got to take better care of yourself. As I say that after I got home late last night, but I mean, everything in moderation, right?
I'm about to say, there's nothing wrong with a good cheat day.
I mean, you always got to have time out with friends and stuff. But I mean, a lot of it's just, you have to see what you need to do for you, right? And you have to adjust life for you. What works for one person may not work for you, but take it and say, okay, well, this person's doing this. What can I do? Maybe I can't, you know, maybe I'm not committed to cutting chocolate out of my diet, but maybe I can eat less of it, or maybe I can eat it with fruit, right? Maybe I can make some change there.
Well, honestly, so we talked about this, and I'm going to politely disagree with you, because there are such things as a food diet, right? As a blood type diet, right? So if you're not allowed to eat chocolate, don't eat chocolate.
Right.
Don't eat chocolate. If it causes you to break out or it causes you to feel sick, don't eat it and compensate for something else, right? Because there are different, so if you can't eat chocolate, eat Nutella. If you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like you can always compensate, but sometimes the reason why your body reacts is because it's not good for you, sweetheart. I'm sorry, you know, but like you just said, some people can process sugar, others can't. Yeah. So for the ones that can't process sugar, baby girl, you're gonna have to find something else to, like some people are lactose intolerant, some people aren't, the people who aren't, who are, have to find another dairy substitute. It's just what it is. I don't think that you should continue to do something that your body is outrightly telling you no, because that's how I feel like cancer and things are formed later down the line. Mm-hmm. Your body's been telling you no, 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 and you're saying, well, I'm the boss of me, and
we have to
you got to deal with the circumstances of being the boss. So anyways, guys, this is Self-Care Sundays. This is me, and we have Kraken, the gorgeous Kraken in the box. telling us about her self-care rituals. Right now, I'm just steaming my face. I washed it with my turmeric cleanser. I removed the first layer of dermis with my ultrasonic scrubber and my 2-minute renewal by Definage. So now I'm steaming my face, and I'm about to do my soothing lavender jelly mask. It's a anti-inflammatory, um, anti-aging hydration mask. Whew, too many words. So I'm going to be mixing this with some water and then putting the jelly mask over my face. It's so amazing. It's super intense hydration. You only need to put this mask on for about 10 minutes, not even that long, and you are left with an amazing glow that lasts you for at least a week. So it's so good. I love this. It's by Vogue Now. It came with my steamer. I'm obsessed. I really am. I'm about to get more. But anyways, you don't need that much either. Like, so I've had this pack. This is going to be, you could probably get about 3 or 4 uses out of one packet of the mask. So you don't need very much for your face mask. Anyway, so what else, what other tips or tricks, since you are older, right, wiser, we'll say, what are some things and some tips and tricks that you've learned to help with mental stability and you know, taking care of yourself, raising children? Like, what are things that you can teach us that will help us along our journey?
One big thing that I would say that has just recently affected me in my life the last 4 to 6 years is make sure that when you're going in for make sure you go in for your yearly appointments, men and women. Make sure your doctor's doing a full CBC workup. Make sure they're looking at all of your blood. I had something happen to me about 8 years ago where I was anemic, and I didn't know how bad anemic I was until I needed a bag of blood. And I wasn't getting everything checked out. And so I went through a whole lot of tests. They couldn't find out what was wrong. I was taking iron. I was taking iron infusions instead of blood transfusions. Like, I had all this stuff happen.
So you were taking the wrong supplements.
No, I wasn't taking any supplements. I wasn't doing anything. And come to find out, I had a hernia, had one hernia where my stomach was up through my diaphragm. And when I went through to get ready for that surgery, they found where my esophagus had herniated up through my diaphragm too. And that's where I was losing blood, and they couldn't track it.
Child, so, what are you doing that you're getting all these hernias?
Oh, I'm having too many kids. No. I blame it on my kids. I blame it on my kids.
Yikes.
But after having surgery and going through and looking at my blood work, we started figuring out I wasn't low on iron. I was low on my ferritin. And your ferritin is where your iron comes from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so that's when they started seeing that, oh, she doesn't need blood transfusion. She needs more iron. So I was getting iron infusions. But after that surgery, I started really looking at a lot of things like, what am I taking? How can I take care of my body? I have heart disease in my family. Like, what can I do to make my life longer than what I know it's going to be, right? Like,
I love that. Okay, so I just want to interrupt you really quick. I've said this so many times, but I love that. I love that you said that, because it really highlights a lot of what I say. People don't get nervous about their life until they might possibly lose their life. Mm-hmm. Then it's, okay, hold on a second. Whoa, let's, and so, but I love that. I love that you had that happen. I love that it happened to you at a point where you could fix it, quickly, because something like that could be, if you were older, say it happened to you now, it could be a little bit more traumatizing than saying, and then it happened to you 10 years ago. Exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, 2 hernias is insane. I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
So
and it was a 7.5 hour surgery. I don't want to do that again. So now I've got a better diet. I always drink a lot of water before. I've never been, a huge soda drinker. Here lately, I've been drinking a little bit more because, strawberry and cream Dr. Pepper is really good. But
right.
It's one of those things, everything in moderation. But since all of that, I'm like, okay, what can I do to make sure that I live my life longer? So I go in, I get my blood checked every quarter. I make sure my iron's where it needs to be.
Right.
We've changed my birth control. So where I couldn't lose weight before, now because I'm on the right one with the right hormones, we're talking about hormones.
Yeah.
Weight, I feel better.
Wait.
I feel healthier. I feel more energized.
Why are you on birth control? Can I ask, if that's not too personal?
They wanted to put me through the change of life.
Okay.
And my doctor was like, no, not after everything that you've been through. We still need to keep you balanced on some things.
Okay.
So I didn't want to go the route of doing like a full hormone procedure.
Okay.
So they switched my birth control to a birth control pill that's got a hormone in it.
Okay.
And because of that, for the last year, I've been able, my surgeon wanted me to drop 50 pounds, y'all. I was a big girl before.
You look amazing.
So just changing that medication and changing my diet. I can't have a whole lot of bread now. I'm not supposed to have a whole lot of carbonation because of my esophagus. I've got a full mesh collar around my esophagus to have fixed it. So I can't, it doesn't expand. So my diet's changed. I've taken a lot more vitamins, a lot more supplements, and really paying attention to when my body doesn't feel right, I go to the doctor. And that's
awesome. I always tell that to people. Do not wait. Do not, I'll see what it feels like in the morning.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like, because now I'm more in tune with my body. And yes, disclaimer, I am not a doctor. I am not giving any kind of medical advice. This is a show about hacks, tips, and tricks that I've learned to better my life and make it a little bit more easier, and just the things that I've learned as a nurse along the way. So I'm not trying to give any medical advice. We talk about things that everybody should know, but not too many people do. So, my question for you though is, when did you realize that you needed to change? Like, when did you realize? Was it when they told you about the hernia, or was it like after that?
It was when I was anemic to the point I couldn't walk from my car to the garage door without having to sit down. I was going to pass out.
Really?
And we really didn't know what was going on. You know, I have heart disease in my family. It took my dad. It's taken my uncle. It's taken my aunt. So we've already prepared for that. Like, my doctors know that. And so we've been watching all of that all along. So I haven't really had to worry about it because I'm like, hey, I want to be, you know, really proactive about watching this. I know it's big in my family. It's big on my dad's side of the family. Both of my brothers now, my second brother now has had a heart attack last week. So it's like, I know it's in my family, and you can't do anything about genes, but you can watch it, you can eat better, you can do what you can, right?
Do what you
and
can.
So at that point, I'm like, okay, I've got to start taking care of myself. And my daughter was younger. I have one daughter who's 14, and I have 3 boys that are 26, 30, and 32. So I'm like, I want to be here to watch them finish growing and have kids and, you know, have their lives. What do I need to do for that? And so that's when I started changing what I do.
I love that. I love that. Another thing that can help with your weight goals, your weight loss goals, is intermittent fasting. So
I do that
not
too.
only just watching what you eat, but when you eat, you know, it's something that I've definitely like really been trying to stick to. And I've been, you know, singing at the top of my lungs. So yeah, anyone that's trying to lose weight that is struggling, intermittent fasting is an amazing way to help with your weight loss goals for sure.
Yeah.
It is hard. It's not easy, but it's worth it. For sure.
But once you get into that pattern, it's easy. Like, everybody's like, why aren't you eating? I'm like, it's not time yet.
I tell that to people all the time. I don't eat breakfast. You know, I am not saying it's a lie, but I personally don't feel that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. I do take my supplements, and I make sure that when I take my supplements, I take it with something, but you don't have to actually eat calories to be sufficient for your morning time of the day. So yeah, no, I absolutely agree with that. So, I mean, is there anything else that you would
say to start your day with a bottle of water to get your body up and going? And so, you know, you start doing that, and if you think about it, people will tell you, sometimes you're not really hungry. Sometimes you just need to hydrate. So sometimes just even a bottle of water when you're feeling hungry is enough to satiate you so you can just move on for the day. And that kind of helps with the intermittent fasting too.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, you are absolutely. Yeah. In order for your gut to move in the morning, you definitely need to, the first thing that should touch your mouth in the morning is water. As soon as you wake up, drink some water. It'll help everything inside of you. It just starts moving. And like I said, you'll watch you don't even have to, you should work out so you can tone your muscles. But honestly, with just intermittent fasting and watching what you eat, you can lose a lot of weight alone. So yeah, no, that's not good, sweetie, to have coffee. Because one, you're basically telling your body that it doesn't have enough cortisone to wake you up. So now you need to add, you know, reinforcements. So that's what you're telling your body. So now your body's going to be like, oh, okay, well, we don't really have to work too hard anymore. So it's not going to release as much cortisol as you need because you're basically saying, oh, it's okay, I got reinforcements, you know? So make sure it's water. Water will wake you, water will get things moving, and it allows you to not feel as bloated too. I don't know if you guys have bloated feelings in the morning. A lot of that is, for lack of a better word, poop sitting in your colon, you know, and it can literally drag you down. So definitely work on that. Is there anything else that you would love to share with us? Any other tips or hacks or life hacks or anything?
I'm sure there's lots more. We could be here forever.
I
I think that's about it. Getting outside, really taking care of yourself mentally and physically is always a good thing. Just if I could leave with one thing, it's if your body doesn't feel right, go get it checked out. Just do it. I mean, people get scared of what the doctor's going to say, but it's even scarier to not take care of it ahead of time and wait and then really be scared about what the doctor's going to say when you could have prevented it. So it's really important to do your yearly checkups. For me, after my surgery, I do them quarterly just because I don't want that to happen again, but really be in tune with your body. You should be in tune enough with your body to know that something's wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. When your body is in pain, it is telling you something, guys. That is absolutely true. Please do not avoid or ignore your body's automatic response to some kind of attack, whether it's, you know, swelling, inflammation, or pain, or any kind of, like, anything that you know isn't normal. Please always go get medical advice immediately, because a lot of times you postpone, it's not going away. Even if the pain or the symptoms might go away for a little bit, it doesn't necessarily mean it just went away. It could just be dormant to come back later and more aggressive. So definitely check it out. She's absolutely right. Thank you so much. Would you like to let us know what time you stream, or if you have anything coming up?
I have a very busy week again this week. I usually stream in the evenings. I'm a late night streamer, so we call it Cracking After Dark. So if you guys,
I love that.
It's always Cracking After Dark. You never know what we're going to talk about. It's pretty open-ended. Sometimes
you get a lot of cracking gifts.
Not. We get a lot of like weird stuff going on. This week I do have. I'm on Own It with That Cuban Girl on Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern. I am on Suited Up with Chris Casper Wednesday night. I'm going to try not to break the stream this week.
I saw that.
And then I have my own show Thursday night called Perspectives at 9 p.m. where we do a roundtable discussion about relationships and dating.
Ooh, well, I'll be letting MOGJ know that I want to be on the show. I have a lot to say.
Come on. I'd love to have you. My background is in relationships and communication, so I'm putting it to some good use now.
Good to know. So basically you're a therapist.
Nope, not therapist. I worked for a couple of the top therapists in the world, but yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much for being on my show. You're gorgeous, and I love all, and I'm gonna really actually work on not squinting. Honestly, I really learned something today, and I really appreciate you for that, because I'm definitely a squinter. So
yeah,
definitely.
And you gotta send me that mask. Just saying.
Yeah, I will. Thank you so much. Thank you. So you guys, this is Self-Care Sundays with me. We talked to the amazing Jazzy Got Options, and she shared how she likes to keep her vibrations high by doing, focusing more on her mental health care, and how she likes to take walks, be outside, get some fresh air, bathe. Bathing is important, guys. A lot of you guys don't bathe, so definitely get those baths in. And then we had Kraken, and she definitely gave us a lot of tips and tricks on how to stay youthful, beautiful, and focus on your health. You guys, I always sit here and I talk about all this stuff, and I know you guys are like, oh my gosh, Tantric, you're always talking about supplements and all this other stuff, and you know, it's important. It's really important. I had a life or death situation happen to me, and like I say it all the time. Until you have a life or death situation, you don't understand what I'm talking about. And I really wish I didn't wait till I had a life or death situation happen to me before I really started caring about my health. So Shiseido. Interesting. Send me a screenshot. Add me on Instagram. Send me a screenshot of the products, and I have no problem looking into them for sure. I love a product drop. I always like to review new products. So that's where I'm definitely going. It's a Tokyo brand. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, send it to me. With that being said, if you would like to share your skincare products, if you would like to be on my show and talk about how you take care of yourself, whether it's Sunday or Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever day, please message me, message Emoji J, message Ari, message Jazz Got Options, and I will definitely love to have you on the show. I love talking about healthcare. I love talking about skincare. I love talking about anything that relates to bettering yourself, bettering your life. I am with all of it. So again, I am not a doctor. This is not a show about health. It's a show about getting healthier. And we talk about tips, tricks, and life hacks on being more attractive, both mentally, physically, and emotionally. So right now I have a jelly mask. It's a hydration mask on my face. I'm just waiting for it to harden. It's actually hard. Oh, nice. So with this jelly mask, once it hardens, you can actually peel it right off your face, which I think is one of the coolest things about the jelly mask. Rip it off. So we went through a whole skincare routine, and it was very light. That's the fun part. Yes, it was very light day today, guys, because I have been doing a lot to my face. And now that I'm going to be going outside, it's summertime. I definitely don't want to do too many abrasive. We do the abrasive skincare treatments during the winter when it's dry, right? When it's summertime and it's hot and you're sweating and you're always outside under the sun, you definitely want to focus more on hydration than anything else. Because that's what you're losing when you sweat, right? You're losing a lot of water. People don't realize that, but that's what you're losing. So you definitely want to focus on drinking water during the summertime, focusing on hydration treatments for your skin, nails, and hair. Anything to do with hair, you definitely want to focus on hydration. And like we learned last week, oil. Don't put, so I know she said something about moisturizer. If it's not some kind of SPF moisturizer, don't put it on your skin, guys, because moisturizer has a way of clogging your pores. Okay? Clogging pores is the first sign to getting acne or blackheads, whiteheads, is because your pores are clogged. So you want to go more oil-based type of creams. So olive oil, coconut oil, shea oil, anything like that would definitely have a better effect on your skin without clogging it. I have switched most of my facial oils to sprays personally. So I have these oil mist sprays because that way it doesn't clog with the oils either. So definitely get outside this week, guys. It will change your life like it has Jazzy Got Options. Definitely try not to squint as much. It will change your life like it has with Kraken. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me yet again and on another Sunday. I am just cleaning off this jelly mask, and I'm going to get on with getting outside and hanging out with some friends and living my best life this amazing day. Shout out to everybody that came through today. Shout out to the top 3 of the stream. We have, who's number 1? Is that? That's my beautiful admin, Angie, at number 1. We have Jazzy Got Options at number 2 and Ari at number 3. Shout out to Ari. She has a show at noon called Unpopular Opinion. You guys definitely need to go check it out. And I think that's about it. I appreciate you guys so much for coming today. This was a great show. Join us next week, Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Shout out to everybody who came.